Welcome back, everybody. Thank you for joining us again on another episode of the Futlife Tv Podcast. We got a lot to cover in the Premier League and La Liga and Champions League the most. First, let's address the elephant in the room. And the elephant's name is Wenger. What?
He needs to go.
It's time to go.
He needs to go.
It's time to go.
I understand there's only a handful of games left in the season, but maybe, I think, 8 at the most. He needs to leave.
He needs to leave. He should have left years ago. But, I mean, now it's just... Now, honestly, like, you're forgetting about his legacy. You're forgetting about all the good he's done. You know? People are slowly starting to forget. The same people that used to praise this guy and treat this guy like a god are pissed, are yelling, screaming, cussing at him. They want him out for good reasons, man. What the hell is going on there? It's ridiculous. He needs to go. It's time to go. Wenger needs to go.
You've seen it in other clubs where, you know, the team's doing pretty bad and they just do a quick switch in mid-season with a coach, and all of a sudden they start winning games that they should have been winning a long time ago. So I don't understand why you're going up against a team, you know, like Brighton, and you lost
2-0,
2-1.
All right, let's go over the results first, and then we'll get right back into the Wenger out talk.
Oh man,
it's ridiculous.
Don't want to get me started.
Despicable. All right, we had Burnley beating Everton 2-1, Leicester City tying Bournemouth 1-1, Southampton tying Stoke 0-0, Swansea beating West Ham 4-1, Tottenham beating Huddersfield 2-0, Watford beating West Brom 1-0, Liverpool beating Newcastle 2-0, Brighton beating Arsenal 2-1, Manchester City beating Chelsea 1-0.
And then Manchester United versus Crystal Palace tomorrow at 2 p.m.
Oh, today, I guess, but...
Right.
First place, Man City with 78, Liverpool in second with 60, Manchester United in third with 59, Tottenham in fourth with 58, Chelsea in fifth with 53. Wenger out. Wenger, it's time to go, man. It's time to go. It's going from bad to worse. I mean, you would think with the 2 signings they got when they lost Alexis, that Aubameyang and Mkhitaryan will be able to help. But man, it's just, the thing is, the players, like I said, like we've talked about this for a while now, players have no energy to play. They don't want to play. They don't feel the excitement to play. I mean, we've been talking about this for a long time now. It's I mean, man, it's sad that it's gone this far. I think he should have left years ago. But now, I mean, just the fact that he's even speaking about finishing his in the press conference, he said basically it's up to him when he's gonna go. And it's like, at what point do you? And you know, I've always said Wenger has a share as part owner of the club.
Of course.
You know, I've always said that. I've always believed it. And these things right here is what prove it. It proves it. He's on his own time. You don't show up to your job like I come and leave when I want. Yeah. Who does that? Unless you're an owner. Only owners do that.
I think if he had any kind of sense, which honestly I don't think he does.
Oh my God!
Come the end of the season, he leaves. He chooses to leave. He steps down.
Next game, he should leave. He should say, "I don't think we're gonna make it to the Champions League." I'll be honest with you. I think the only way we can do it is if we bring something fresh, get these guys charged up again. I'm man enough to admit it. I've tried, and you know it's time for someone else to take over. He won't. His ego will not let him. He's not gonna do it. He needs to. Every week that he's there is a week that's costing Arsenal points. You know?
Yeah.
They're not going to win every game for the rest of the season. They're not. They're just not. Forget about Champions League. You might even forget about Europa League.
Yeah, no, their next opponent is AC Milan.
They're how many points behind 5th place?
They're
8 points behind 5th place. 8 points? How many points?
5th.
Yeah.
8 points.
What? I mean, what do you? They won't even make Europa. They won't even make Europa League. So what are they gonna do now? What's gonna happen? First of all, I've always said the defense is shit. The coach is shit. The coach is shit now.
He was good back in his prime. Don't get me wrong.
Back in the day when he had something going, when he had Thierry, Bergkamp, those days have been long gone, man. You know.
Yeah.
Thierry's retired. He's trying to coach himself now.
He is coaching.
You know. They should. But man, honestly, I honestly believe they can stick anybody in there at this time, and they'll at least try to save. I mean, what they can. At least get him to a Europa League or a Champions League. Man, honestly, do you really think? Let's be honest here. Everyone's saying they're going to win the Europa League and he's going to stay. What are you talking about? You think they're going to win the Europa League?
No.
There's Atletico Madrid. There is Dortmund.
AC Milan.
There's AC Milan. Are they going to even be able to pass AC Milan at this moment?
And AC Milan's not,
AC Milan's a team that are turning things around. Under Gattuso, they have turned things around.
Yeah.
And Gattuso gave him that energy, that new energy, that fresh air, And that's what Arsenal need. Arsenal need that fresh air. Wenger needs to go. He needs to go.
Yeah, AC Milan, in the last 5 games, they've won 4. So
I mean, every club, if you think about it, every club, if any manager does even close to as bad as Wenger does, they'll be sacked already.
Long gone.
So what is it? What is it? It's not just the fact that he's making them money. You know what I mean? He's making money, but that can't be it. There's no way anyone can tell me anything different. He's part owner. I don't care what you say. Arsenal, come on, man, put it together. Put 2 and 2 together. I don't even, when I write down Arsenal now, I put Arsenal, I leave the E and then I just add an L to Arsenal's name.
Come on, man.
That's it. It's Arsenal.
Don't do that.
It's Arsenal.
Arsenal.
It's Arsenal. There's not Arsenal anymore. It's Arsenal FC. That's how it's going to be, man. They're not going to go anywhere.
He needs to leave.
And I gave him 1% chance when they got the 2 signings, You remember? I said it right after. But it's not going to happen. Nothing's going to happen until Wenger leaves.
I gave him 1% chance when they made it to the final.
They got blown out Cup. 2 games in a row against Manchester City. They played 2 games in a row against Man City.
Same score.
Got blown out. Actually,
3-0.
Second game was even worse because Man City, they were beating them 3-0 at halftime. Second half, they felt bad. They felt sorry. They just eased up. They didn't want to play anymore. They knew, they were like, they're not going to come back. They're too pathetic, No, they really did. It's like when you, I don't know, like if it's in a fighting match or something and you've beaten the living hell out of the other people and they're just on the ground like this, basically, what are you going to do? Keep beating them? You know what I mean?
Right.
They're just kind of like, look at them. Look how pathetic they look.
You know who I would like to see as their coach? Someone like
Anybody but Wenger?
Somebody like Diego Simeone.
Absolutely. And he should, man. I know a lot of their fans want Ancelotti. But, man, if they can get Simeone somehow, that'd be great. Because Simeone, man, he finds diamonds. He's always losing big players at Atletico. And you'll see a person that you probably never even seen before. Like, who's this guy? A couple months later, you're like, oh, shit.
Yeah.
That's the type of coach he is, man. He makes players, When you have a coach with that much balls, that much energy, that much involved in the game, and the players feed off that energy,
Yeah, they really do.
Wenger has got as much energy as a guy halfway in the coffin. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
As a sick patient in the hospital. You know what I mean? It's just not there, man. It's not there. And guess what? Every team is as good as its leader. If the leader is shit, the team's going to be shit. Exactly. Look at how Arsenal... We're talking about Arsenal.
A
team that have been title contenders for every year. Every year they're in the Champions League, no doubt about it.
Mm-hmm.
Every year they're in the Champions League, no doubt about it. This year and next year they won't be. This is a whole different thing. This is a whole new thing now, And it's ridiculous. And the fact they Brighton beat them 2-1, 2-0 at halftime. Or, well, I guess they got the goal right before halftime. But it was at some point it was 2-0 at Brighton. We're talking about Brighton. This came from the lower league.
That's embarrassing.
That's after this game. I mean,
They need to figure something out.
2 games against City, 6 goals to nothing. Wasn't bad enough. You lose a game at Brighton. It's time to walk.
He's been there, 25 plus years?
It's time to go. He needs to go. But let's not waste any more time on that. I mean, we've been talking about this for so long. He's not going to go unless he's ready. He's talking about finishing his contract. I never leave without finishing contract. I think he should go. It's time to go. He needs to go, man. He's holding this club back.
What kind of contract does he have?
Next year.
A lifetime contract?
Yeah, a lifetime contract. Yeah, every year somehow it extends, you know? It's ridiculous. As soon as he's about to get kicked out or his contract is about to be up, he'll win that FA Cup. Everyone gets happy. He's like, I have extended. And we will buy players. This year we have many players, options. A lot of options this year. And come with the same bullshit. Defense has been shit for how many years now? You know?
Oh my God.
How many years in a row now? Come on.
The Gunners are not the same.
It's ridiculous.
On to the next.
The Gunners, like, oh my goodness. The Gunners, they can't even put Gunners in that name anymore. Fucking bow and arrow does more damage than the Gunners do. But anyways, it's just sad what Arsenal's becoming. Arsenal needs to leave and face time. But let's move on. Speaking of Man City, who beat the living hell out of Arsenal, they played Chelsea, and that was a good match. I mean, Chelsea played well. Man City played well. Just 1-0 win for Man City, which is expected. Man City is...
That game was actually a really big game for Manchester City. Because if I'm not mistaken, they have won...
Well, they can win it at Old Trafford.
Yeah.
They can win the league at Old Trafford.
Yeah.
That's what makes it more special. That's what makes it so great. They can... Not only they're going to win the league, they probably will, but if they keep this up, they're going to win it in Manchester United's field. You know?
No. They play at home.
I believe so. Oh, they play at home?
Yeah.
Are you sure? I thought they played at...
They play at home.
Let's see. Are you sure? Double check that.
Yeah, I'm looking right here.
Oh, so they play at home. Well, I guess they play against their rivals, so... You know? And what a better way of that. Remember when Barcelona won in Madrid? The league in Madrid. And vice versa happened as well, no?
It did.
But it's just exciting. It's really exciting. But Manchester City, absolutely brilliant. Blew Arsenal out of the park. I mean, it's too much. They're too much for any team, I believe. Champions League will be really the test you'll see. Because the league is just no match for them, you know?
It really is.
Pep's game, the players. See, the thing is, he's got the perfect system, and the players are just absolutely on point on everything with the system.
Oh yeah, everyone.
They're just
everyone from Kevin De Bruyne,
just brilliant.
Gundogan, who else? David Silva. Yeah, they've been on fire. All their midfielders have been on fire.
Just Aguero. How many goals has he been scoring? 4 goals here, 3 goals there, 2 goals here. Aguero has been on fire as well.
Yes.
They need to keep this momentum going into the Champions League. They have to win the Champions League. If they're this, you know what I mean? They're this good. I think they have a good chance of winning the Champions League, but they cannot slip up. They have to keep playing this way, you know? And they do have company back. They have Stones back. They have their defense is full again. Otamendi is back there as well. So they should be doing pretty decent in defense, you know, and their attacking players are just amazing. I mean, you have Jesus and Aguero who are just brilliant players. Sane, who's just absolutely is quick as hell, man. He drives into that box from the side, from every angle. It's just you can't stop him. He can dribble, he's got speed, he can assist, he can finish. And you have De Bruyne, who's just probably the best player in the Premier League next to Silva this season.
I say the best player in the league.
It's ridiculous. I mean, the way these players are playing in the Premier League.
And Sane. I mean, come on, all their players.
If they can keep this up, if they can keep this going in the Champions League, they can win the Champions League.
Well, I think their goal is to win the league as early as they can, so then they can focus on the Champions League.
Yeah, but it's football. You never know. Like, what was it? The EFL Cup or FA Cup or something? They got knocked out by Will Griggs' team. Some third division team. I forgot the name. I'm sorry. But anyways, so you never know. I mean, they've been beating these teams and then they'll lose 1-0 to a third tier, you know? So you never know with football. But the thing is, they're just too strong in the Premier League at the moment, you know?
Yeah.
We haven't seen them really tested in the Champions League, but we will soon. So we'll see. Yeah, Wigan Athletic, that's right. And but Man City are strong. They won the league already pretty much. It'll be nice to celebrate it in front of all the Manchester United players and fans, I bet, for them. So
It'd be nice to do it against Mourinho for Pep.
exactly, for Pep to do it against Mourinho. Mourinho will have to sit there and, clap for. But the thing is, I don't think Mourinho and Pep is that big of a deal anymore. I think Conte took that attention from Pep. Now it's just Conte and Mourinho's problems.
Mm-hmm.
They've been going through a lot of stuff back and forth. But anyways, moving on, Man City won the league pretty much. And Liverpool, let's talk about Liverpool. Changed team. I mean, they've been so inconsistent lately, and now they've been pretty consistent. Salah, Mane, brilliant. Firmino, brilliant. They've been playing very well.
They have, actually. They're on their way to do something that they haven't done in a while. Is finish in second.
Do you think they might win the league? I think they have a good chance of winning the league next season. I honestly do. I think if Klopp stays, the key players stay. I mean, losing Coutinho was a big thing, but man, look at that. On the field, you really don't see him missing. I believe the last game they really played like shit was against Swansea. Am I wrong? No. That was the game where they lost. It was their last loss, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
But after that, I mean, they've been dominating every match. Their players have been fantastic, in great form. Salah, man. Salah is just, I know they're trying to offer Salah and Mane both new contracts, Firmino both new contracts. And I mean, those are two players you have to keep. They've been very important. And so is Mane. I don't think Mane gets thrown in there as much as he should. I think Salah takes a lot of the attention from him. But Mane has been absolutely brilliant as well. You know, when he's not being selfish, he's really brilliant. He's a great player. I mean, he's got a lot of speed as well, and can score tons of goals and assists. You know, those players up there are just a nightmare for anyone.
But you just gotta wait and see it, because I honestly feel like this is gonna be a big summer. For transfer, just for multiple reasons. One, how the last summer transfer ended with Neymar and the price, how it changed the transfer pricing forever.
Yeah.
That's one that's going to be a big lookout. Two is going to be the World Cup. A lot of scouts are going to be looking at these players like, who do they want to buy?
Absolutely.
Who's going to come play for their team?
That's the biggest time to buy.
I feel like this summer is going to be a big transfer window. So
yeah, World Cup time is always big on transfers. I mean,
I can't wait to see what's going to happen next season. I mean,
exactly.
Liverpool might,
but I think Liverpool will spend some money this summer.
They should.
I mean, they have the money to do it. I don't care what anyone says. They have the money to do
This is the summer to buy.
I think Liverpool has a good chance of probably winning the league next season. You know, Man U is going to be spending some money. Manchester City is going to be spending some money. Chelsea will probably be spending some money. Arsenal, they need to get rid of the coach, and who knows what the hell they're going to do. It's just pathetic. But, I mean, there are teams that are going to be spending some serious money this summer, especially with the World Cup, like you said. I mean, the World Cup, you see all these, especially young players coming up, you know?
Yeah.
So, who knows? We'll see what happens. But I think there's going to be some big money spent this World Cup. All right. Anything else? And the Tottenham won again as well to keep them up there fighting for the Champions League. I mean, the top 5 teams are fighting for the Champions League. Arsenal has no chance. You know?
Mm-hmm.
I don't think Arsenal has a chance unless they get rid of the coach, but that's not going to happen because he owns the club. But, I mean, that's pretty much it in the Premier League. Not too much else going on in the Premier League. Manchester United, they've been playing well. I think they're going to beat Crystal Palace. I think Alexis is adjusting now more and probably going to see some goals from him as well tomorrow, you know?
Yeah.
And, I mean, they're a strong team, especially when all their players are fit and everyone's ready to play. It's hard to beat a Man United team. I mean, they have Alexis Sanchez. They have Pogba. They have Lukaku. They have Ibrahimovic on that team. They have some big players on the team, and they're not being used the way they should be. And that's what the key problem is in Jose Mourinho's plans, you know?
Yeah.
He's not using the players like he should be. He has a defensive mindset for all of his players and the defensive system that, I mean, you're basically keeping Alexis and some of those players on a leash, in my opinion. You know what I mean? But, I mean, they're getting results. At the end of the day, that's what's important, I guess, right?
Right.
So, but yeah, I think they're going to beat Crystal Palace. I really don't think Crystal Palace is going to be able to beat Man U. Worst, I think, might tie. I don't see them beating Man U, especially because pretty much everyone's fit. Am I wrong?
No,
Key players.
if I'm not mistaken, everybody's fit.
Yeah, pretty much everybody. You got Rojo out, Fellaini out, Herrera out. But, the players that are really important for that team big time are playing. So I think they're going to win the game. And we'll see. Anything else in the Premier League that I'm missing, forgetting? I don't think so. I talked about pretty much everything. And, and Tottenham won again. Tottenham is looking pretty good until they start diving. That's the only thing that I hate, man. The players dive
all the time.
I think right now they're probably the most diving players at the moment. They flop left and right. It's getting ridiculous now. It takes the shine away from what they're really doing.
Yeah.
They're really playing their hearts out, but you don't notice it because then you see that Ali flopping like a little mermaid. You know what I mean? And Harry Kane, you fart next to him, it's going down too. It's just kind of, it takes away what they're really doing.
Right.
So I just don't like the diving part. I think they have more talent, and for the fact that the coach is okay with it too. It's like, in football you're supposed to trick the other players and the referee. No, no, man, that's bullshit. Anyways, moving on to some La Liga. That's pretty much it in the Premier League. La Liga. Over the weekend.
Well, are you gonna go as far back as?
No, it's this weekend.
Because they played in the midweek.
Yeah, I was going to do the weekend. Midweek, we have the schedule up online. You guys can check it out on our social media. All right, over the weekend, we had... There we go. We have Girona beating Villarreal 2-0. Sevilla beating Athletic Club 2-0. Deportivo tying Eibar 1-1. Leganes beating Malaga 2-0. Real Madrid beating Getafe 3-1. Levante tying Espanyol 1-1. Barcelona beating Atletico Madrid 1-0. Real Sociedad beating Alaves 2-1. Valencia beating Real Betis 2-0. Table, Barcelona in first place with
69 points.
69 points. And Atletico Madrid in second place with 61. Real Madrid in third with 54. Valencia in fourth with 53. Sevilla in fifth with 45. Oh, man. The La Liga title race. This was it. This was the week for Atletico Madrid to close the gap with them and Barcelona.
And they couldn't do it.
Barca was just too strong.
Man, they looked amazing today.
What a game they did. It was a tough match. You're talking about Atletico Madrid here. There are no pushovers,
Right.
You had Griezmann, Diego Costa, both up there attacking. Fun fact, Simeone has never beat Barcelona in the La Liga match.
Diego Costa has never scored against them either.
Yep. Has never scored against them. It's crazy, isn't it?
Crazy facts.
Oh, man. This was it. This was the chance for Atletico Madrid to close in the gap, to try to put themselves 2 points behind Barcelona,
Mm-hmm.
And Barcelona just proved why they are favorites to win everything pretty much this season, And they possibly could. Last game was against, Las Palmas, and they tied 1-1. It was harsh. It was harsh. And you didn't see that great of a Barcelona team. And the lineup. I don't like the starting lineup that Valverde puts in. Why not use Coutinho? You can't use him in Champions League, so why not use him anywhere else you can? He's a brilliant player, man. You can't tell me Coutinho is not better than Paulinho or Andre Gomez. Please, you can't tell me that.
Right.
You cannot favor Andre Gomez over Coutinho. You just can't. Look at Andre Gomez today. Came in, was absolutely shit.
Look at him at any game.
It's ridiculous, man. It makes no sense.
But when he plays for Portugal, he's a whole different player.
Yeah, it doesn't matter, man. Do you think he will be this summer? Probably won't be this summer either. Probably just One good term and that's it. You know? There's a lot of those players like that. They have one good tournament, a couple good games, boom, get signed somewhere, flops. I'm not saying he's a bad player. I'm sure he'll do well at Valencia again. But for Barcelona, he can't. He's just not the player to fit the system. When he's in the game, he's uncomfortable. He's fumbling the ball. He could barely stay on his feet. You know what I mean? Like you can't have this. You can't have that on a team like Barcelona against a team like Atletico Madrid. You know?
Yeah.
It just doesn't look good. Against Real Madrid when he came in, it was absolutely pathetic. He had 3 easy chances that he missed. Easy chances. Even the tap in. Can't do that. You can't be like that. You cannot play like that when you're playing for Barcelona. You have to give it everything you have. I don't think it's a good fit. I really don't see why he's still even on the team. And I really hate the fact that Valverde does not start Coutinho.
We're going to see, because, Iniesta might be out.
That's where you put in Coutinho. Start Dembele. Put in Dembele. You know what I mean? He keeps bringing in Dembele in as a sub. Too much pressure on the kid. It's already dealing with injuries and all that.
Right.
Let him get a game. If you think he's fit, he's 100% fit, start him.
Right.
Put Coutinho in. Iniesta's injured, guess what? You got Rakitic. You know? Rakitic, Coutinho, Busquets. That's it. What else? What's the problem? I don't see a problem here.
There isn't one.
It's ridiculous, man. Like, it really is. It makes no sense. And you see against teams like Las Palmas, they paid for it.
Yeah.
You know?
They did.
Stupid. It's just stupid. It makes no sense. It makes no sense at all. But anyways, more news from Barcelona as well. Umtiti is rumored to be wanted big time by Manchester United.
Yeah.
His release clause is like, what, under 60 million?
Something like that.
21, 22 years old, something like that. That's a steal.
Yep.
That's a steal, man. And right now, they've put contract talks on hold. For what? Hold for what? He might be moving. He might be going.
He might want to leave himself.
He might be going.
Go be with Pogba.
Exactly. He might go. He really might go. I mean, Manchester United, they can offer him endless amount of money, endless amount of everything. And, a lot of those players, especially the French players, they love Manchester United anyways,
Mm-hmm.
So it's crazy, man. But, I mean, he could be on the verge of being a Manchester United player, which will be an absolute nightmare for Barcelona fans and for a Barcelona player. Because, I mean, to the Barcelona period, he's the future defender after Piqué.
He's a good defender,
too. He's the one that's supposed to step up after Piqué.
That's not gonna happen.
But you cannot count on that anymore. Look at Neymar's situation. He was supposed to step up after Messi.
It's just
he already left.
It's just a generation of players. They're different minded.
But yeah, Manchester United is heavily interested in Umtiti. So we'll see what happens. But hopefully he'll sign a new contract.
Yeah,
It would be a shame to lose him. But that's pretty much it with Barcelona. Atletico Madrid, we're playing fantastic, right behind Barcelona, keeping up until they lost today. But doesn't matter. I don't think they were going to win the league anyway, to be honest with you, even if they won the game today. I think Barcelona we're still going to win the league. In my opinion, Barcelona, the league was done a long time ago, and I mean, this even proves it, So, Real Madrid, great game against Getafe. I mean, last game before that against Espanyol, very disappointing. Ronaldo on the bench, and now he comes in. You see the difference he makes, and I mean, it's a great game to have right before a PSG match.
Yeah.
So great. There was great stuff from Real Madrid. And one thing before we move on, Messi's goals, 2 free kicks in 2 games back to back, and both of them absolutely beautiful.
There's no words for it. He's from a different planet.
Beautiful.
He's from a different planet. This guy,
and both of them have saved.
bend it right.
Have saved the team. Both free kicks in both games have saved the team.
He's on to something.
It's Messi. It's the Messi effect. It's absolutely incredible, man. Those free kicks are beautiful.
I just wish, it was like the old days where you would see him scoring 50, 60, 70 goals a season.
Well, he drops back too much for that now. Back then, that's what I was saying. It was Iniesta, Xavi. He could be more up there, more free. But the thing is, now he doesn't trust Andre Gomez and those guys to doing that, so he drops back more. That's why I believe Iniesta and Coutinho playing together will give him that comfort again to be able to go up, and you will see that much. And another thing is, Suarez is there too, and a lot of, they assist each other. He assists Suarez a lot too, quite a bit. So a lot of those goals are going to Suarez now as well.
Yeah.
So, but I mean, that's the main thing though. It's just that he's dropping back a lot more. That's why I feel like they need to get Coutinho and Iniesta playing together again so they can do it. They can get back to the Xavi and Iniesta days, so Messi can be up there comfortably. But all right, let's see. That's pretty much it, huh? Iniesta's injury. Iniesta's injury, man. That's a big thing too for Barca. That's a big loss for Barcelona. I mean, in La Liga they have Coutinho to fill in, but Champions League there is no Coutinho. So it'll be a big loss. We'll see what happens there. We'll see what happens
Hopefully
to
they don't play
Iniesta.
Gomez.
And speaking of injuries for Champions League, Kroos and Modric, they're still injured as well for Madrid.
Yeah,
those are key players as well. I mean, those are big players to miss.
And Di Maria is in form big time.
Yeah, he is. I mean, he's been in form. He just doesn't get the right chances, The guy deserves more than that.
Why he didn't,
That's good for Madrid why he didn't start first game, That's Emery, man. Emery needs to go. Emery needs to go. Kick Emery out. Bring in Wenger.
I was just about to say they're gonna bring in Wenger.
Bring in Wenger. Wenger wins the Champions League. Goes out with 2 middle fingers up to everybody. It's like, I quit. It was not me. It was Arsenal club. Look at this. I come here. I win everything.
Yeah, right.
It is not me.
Oh man, that'd be hilarious.
Yeah, that would be funny as hell, man. It might happen. Who knows, man?
Yeah.
But anyways, Kroos and Modric, big players to be missing, But Ronaldo, Bale, Benzema, those guys are on form right now. Benzema is assisting those players at the moment, not scoring himself, but getting quite a bit of assists, while Ronaldo and Bale are putting him away. So that's good news. Against the PSG, that's going to be missing key player. Very key player. A big key player. I mean, main player. But
that's what happens.
Anyways, we'll get into that. The Champions League talk. It's pretty much in La Liga. Anything I've missed?
That's about it.
Alrighty. Let's move on to some Serie A. Serie A. Oh, man. Before we start with anything in the Serie A, some horrible news this weekend. Some very, 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 some tragic news. A story died over the weekend. The Fiorentina captain at the age of 31.
In his sleep.
Rest in peace. That is so sad, man.
Prayers to his family.
Yeah.
That is one of the saddest things to hear.
Prayers and thoughts go out to his family and all his loved ones. That's horrible. And what makes things worse, on Monday, he was going to sign a new contract. That's so sad to hear, man. And in Serie A, they canceled all the games on Sunday due to that,
Yeah.
Italians are really big into respect and things like that for players. So, and yeah, it's just so sad to see. So, before we get into any of that, let's rest in peace. Story. Big player for Fiorentina and a big loss as a human being. Yeah.
Yeah, big time.
All right. Over the weekend, we had Spal beating Bologna 1-0, Juventus beating Lazio 1-0, Napoli losing to Roma 4-2. Roma beating Napoli 4-2. And those are only 3 matches played in the Serie A because
those are
of
the 3 big matches.
Yeah, but those were the matches that were going to decide the league. The 2 matches anyway. Napoli, I think they ruined their chance. They had to win. Juve. Oh man, you cannot slip points when Juve is 1 point behind you. Table. Napoli in first. Wait, Napoli's in first place, huh?
Because Juve has a game.
Juve has a game in hand, exactly. Napoli's in first place with 69. Juve in second with 68. Roma in third with 53. Lazio in fourth with 52. Inter in fifth with 51. Napoli pissed away their chance. That was their chance. They had to be more consistent. They could not slip the game against Roma. This was huge for them. This huge for Juventus now.
Yeah, it's real big. Now Napoli has to win every single game and beat Juventus.
Yeah.
In order to advance.
You think that's going to happen? I don't think that's going to happen.
They have it in them.
They have it in them. I don't think it's going to happen.
It could.
I don't know, man. I don't see Napoli winning every game now. I think this is going to mess with their mentality. I think the guys are going to be pretty bummed out about this. I think this was a big blow for them, man. Like, this was huge. This was their chance to keep the foot on the gas and just show they mean business, you know? This is crunch time. You don't let go of the gas on crunch time, man. This is it. I think they pissed away their chance. I really do.
They could have.
But sucks because you thought you would see someone new finally winning. Nope. Juventus is just too strong, man. They're too strong. You can't do that when you're being chased by Juventus. Anyways, that's the big news. That's the big news in there. That's it. I mean, what else? Napoli pissed away their chance. All right, Juventus is going to be champions once again. I gave Napoli a pretty good chance to keep consistent, but not 100% chance. So, that's what happens when you let your foot go off the gas. That's what happens. Juventus takes over. So, moving on. That's pretty much it. Napoli, you pissed it away. Juventus, congratulations. Moving on to some Bundesliga. Bundesliga. Over the weekend, we had Borussia Gladbach tying Bremen 2-2. Schalke beating Berlin 1-0. Frankfurt beating Hanover 1-0. Augsburg. Hoffenheim beating Augsburg 2-0. Hamburger and Mainz tying 0-0. Leverkusen beating Wolfsburg 2-1. Dortmund tying Leipzig 1-1. Stuttgart beating Cologne 3-2. Bayern Munich beating Freiburg 4-0.
Away.
Bayern. First place with 63. Second, Schalke with 43. Dortmund in third with 42. Frankfurt in fourth with 42. Bayern in fifth with 41. Next few have a good chance too, but Bayern is done with the league. It's finished. Jesus Christ. 20 points ahead. 20 points ahead. Bayern are 20 points ahead. A team that was behind Dortmund a few months ago. They're 20 points ahead in the league. Finished. Congrats, Bayern. Done deal. Bayern are going to be contenders in Champions League, man. They're going to be tough. I really think they're going to end up facing Real Madrid.
I do too.
And I think this is going to begin. They're going to get their revenge from last year, from last Champions League.
Well,
because they were done wrong, man. It was hard. It was really hard.
If I'm not mistaken, I think actually Madrid's going to get. Did they do another draw? I don't think so. I think they have a little layout here, and they might get either. They'll probably get Liverpool.
Yeah, I don't think that's a good matchup for Liverpool, to be quite honest with you. Let's see. So you think they'll get Liverpool?
Mm-hmm.
Who else is the option? Who else could they get?
Porto.
Oh, that's not going to happen, obviously. So then, that's it. Then they're playing Liverpool, huh? No.
We get Bayern.
Ooh, that'll be a good match. Barcelona versus Bayern. Anyways, Bayern Munich have to focus on the Champions League because the league's already done. They've already won it, and they'll be tough in the Champions League as well. That's pretty much it. And Bundesliga, I mean, that's it. Bayern have won it. Bayern have killed it. They have come back with vengeance. Man, it's ridiculous. This coach, I don't know what he's been feeding these players since he's been there.
So we'll take what's ours.
Yeah, I mean, exactly. That's exactly what's been going on, man. And we'll see if they can carry it on in the Champions League, which I believe they will. You know? All right. That's pretty much it. In Bundesliga, last but not least, League One. Big news in League One, no Neymar.
Dun, dun, dun.
A lot of talks about him. Could he have avoided surgery? Could he have played a little against Madrid this week? We have all the answers. No, we don't, but we're going to talk about it with you guys. We had Nice beating Lille 2-1, Monaco beating Bordeaux 2-1, PSG beating Troyes 2-0, Rennes beating Amiens 2-0, Angers beating Guingamp 3-0, Metz beating Toulouse tying Toulouse 1-1, Saint-Etienne tying Dijon 2-2, Caen beating Strasbourg 2-0, Montpellier tying Lyon 1-1, Marseille tying Nantes 1-1. PSG in first place with 74, Monaco in second with 60, Marseille in third with 56, Lyon in fourth with 51, Rennes in fifth with 41. Big difference, huh?
Yeah.
Man, PSG, it's done. It's finished. The real news is Madrid, or PSG versus Madrid, and no Neymar. And Neymar, there's been rumors that he could have recovered a little and played against Madrid if he didn't choose to do surgery.
Mm-hmm.
But he said, no, I want surgery. So he did the surgery. Not sure, but there are rumors that, I mean, they're saying, this is not a rumor, they're saying that his foot's fractured.
Yeah.
So how are you going to recover within a week or so to play in the Champions League match with a fractured foot? Doesn't make any sense. You know? I think if you need a surgery, you need a surgery. If it's something you need surgery, you're not going to be able to play on it like that. You know what I mean?
You're going to mess it up even more.
Exactly. Against Madrid, Ramos is going to be stumping all over you.
Oh, yeah.
You can't do that. The smart thing would be to get surgery. And I guess he did already get surgery, or he is getting surgery.
Something like that.
And he'll be out for some weeks, but
he'll be back early May.
I think he knows that the Champions League is done, that there's no hope for them. Which I don't think there is because, I mean, let's be honest, Madrid's probably going to win this game too.
Yeah.
So, but anyways, that's pretty much it in League One. Before we get off, let's talk about the Champions League games that are coming up this week. Oh my goodness. The Champions League games. We have PSG and
Madrid on Tuesday.
Yeah. Liverpool and Porto and PSG and Madrid on Tuesday. And Wednesday, Tottenham, Juventus, Man City and Basel. Wow. Liverpool, obviously, they're already through. It's a done deal.
Liverpool's through, and so is Man City.
I think, Man City are through too.
But Juventus and Tottenham, remember, they tied 2-2.
Yeah, 2-2. But, man, Juventus, it's going to be tough for Juventus.
In Tottenham.
Yeah, because Tottenham has 2 away goals. You know? They'll probably just defend and counterattack. They have players up there that can finish stuff, you know, on set pieces and everything. So, it'll be tough. It'll be a tough time for Juventus. It really would. I think Tottenham are going to go through. And I think Madrid will. I think Liverpool, Madrid, Tottenham, and Man City are going to go through.
Oh, yeah.
I think Madrid, even if it'll be a close match or they tie, I don't think they're going to lose to a point where where PSG is going to go through. PSG is not going to go through. No. They're just not. And they're definitely not going to keep Madrid out of their goal. I don't think they will.
No, Madrid's going to score at least 2.
They're going to score some goals. They're going to score goals. But it'll be a fun match to watch for sure. So definitely watch the Champions League this week. Do not miss it. I mean, that's pretty much it. Liverpool, Madrid, Tottenham, Man City.
Yep.
We'll see what happens.
Predictions. What's yours?
But you can bet on the things we say. Trust us. Go bet. We'll refund. We'll refund nothing that you spend. No, don't bet on what we say. It's just our opinions. Let us know what your opinions are.
Comment, subscribe.
I mean, that's going to be good games. It really will be good games. Big big miss for PSG that Neymar's going to be gone. But that's pretty much it.
Already over, though.
Yeah, I think so too. I think Madrid did enough to finish it off in the first game. I mean, that's pretty much it. Nothing else really going on. If you haven't subscribed to us, please do so. Follow us on iCloud or SoundCloud, iTunes, YouTube. Follow us on social media, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, at Futlife TV. And please press the subscribe button. And we're going to be coming out with some cool videos, outdoor videos, some trick shots, trick goals, some crossbar challenges, all types of little cool things like that too. So stay tuned for those and a lot more. And we're going to be doing some giveaways. It's got a lot of stuff here that we need to start giving away to people. They're just building space here. So we're going to give away some pretty cool stuff. So stay tuned for that for sure. Again, subscribe. Thank you for joining us. Thank you, Ari, for coming again.
Thanks for having me.
We will see you all next time. Bye-bye.